Dropping 3 at home, how do you sum that up?
Well, it's a difficult one when you consider the goalkeeper's performance today was unbelievable. You know, I feared the worst when he made the save after about 2 minutes, because sometimes it sets people up for the way it is. But no, you know, the game was, I thought was going to be really tight. I thought it was going to be tight margins, and that's the way the game proved. I can't fault the players because they kept going, and you know, other than for what, 4, 5 unbelievable saves from the keeper, we would have got something out of the game. So overall, obviously disappointed in the result. Incredibly pleased with the players' efforts and desire to do well. And as I say, when the opposition at the end of the whistle all run over to the goalkeeper, you know he's had a good game. So, but no, you know, it's disappointing to lose in that manner because we have, you know, I can think of 3 or 4 really good opportunities that we've had, and then the keeper's come up with 3 or 4 great saves. So when I look back, you know, disappointed.
What can you say to your team after a performance like that from the opposing goalkeeper?
Well, not a lot. We'll look at the video. We'll take the positives out of the game. We'll take the negatives, and we'll try and move on and work again. You know, we've played one of the better teams in the league. Their league position shows that. They've spent a lot of money. They've bought good players. They're a good team, well coached, well drilled, and we've given a really, really good account of ourselves today. And on any other day, I think we take something from the game.
How do you assess the goal conceded?
I'll have to see it again, but I thought we took a backward step rather than a forward step. We spoke about before the game the preventative marking against the pace that they have was going to be really, really important. And on the whole, we did a good job of it because they have got, you know, players with an awful lot of pace. So when I think of that, I can't really you know, Cabral had a chance late on the counter-attack. Did they create an awful lot more after that? No, probably not. So there's a lot of good aspects out of today's performance. The overriding disappointment will be the result. But I'm sure that when I look back at the game this evening, I'll think that we've done okay.
With Robin's injury and Nico's injury and Franco out,
yeah.
Does that raise the level of trying to maybe bring someone in on a free or something?
Well, we've been trying. We've been trying since the window closed, you know, and people who are out of contract and just trying to find the right player in the right position. And if that player comes available, then we'll do something. We've got the cap space, we've got the overseas slot, so we have got opportunity to do it. And if the right player becomes available, we'll do it. Obviously, injuries, suspensions, whatever it is, dictate the urgency of that. But obviously, we can ill afford any more injuries at this moment, especially with attacking pieces. You know, Nico's come on and give us a lift in games. Fraga started ever so well, and Robin's top goal scorer. So, you know, that doesn't help us. But I thought the attitude and the way that the players went about the game against a really good side speaks volumes for the rest of the group. I really do.
Coach, did you see what you were looking for from Hassani on the left side and his combination with Chase?
Yeah, obviously we all know he's not his best position, but the great thing about the kid is he gives us everything he's got wherever we play him. And, you know, he kept breaking in that inside left channel a few times first half, and I thought he was going to get in a couple of times, but it wasn't to be. But, you know, wherever we play him, we know what we're going to get out of him.
I know that you're taking the long view on Unu and kind of wanting to see something from him. What are the next steps of what you want to see?
Well, I think he probably needs to get a goal and a really good performance behind him to start to give himself some confidence, get some self-confidence. You know, I've had a 20-year career of playing up front. I know what it's like when not a lot's going right for you. But, hey, you have to keep working. You have to keep working hard, coming in every day, try and make you look. And that's what he'll do. He's a good professional. He trains hard. I actually thought Juan gave us a lift when he came on. You know, keeper made a great save from him, and he had a couple of nice little moments. So, you know, that'll be good for Juan.
Can you update on how or when Franco could be back?
Well, we all hope sooner rather than later, but, you know, he's got one of them injuries that you know that if it goes again, it's 3 and 4 months job. So, you know, we're hoping. He's very close. You've been at the training ground. He's out every day on the grass. The next stage for him is, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days of really intense work. If he comes through that, then maybe he'll be available. But there's still an awful long way to go with this season.
You've got another game in about 72 hours here with San Jose.
Yeah.
How do you turn around that quickly after a loss like this?
It's never easy. It's not easy for anybody. And obviously with the travel, especially San Jose, in a good little run of form at this moment in time. Really difficult to play against, full of energy, full of running. It's a little bit different game than most games, but, we've done okay against them in the past. But, they're in particularly good form at this moment in time. So we'll be in tomorrow. We'll, have a regeneration day and get a bit of work into the guys who've not played, and then see what we do in terms of team selection. Do we feel as though we need to freshen it up? We'll see.
I know Boxy's been close. Could we see him Tuesday or next Saturday?
He's available now. But as I said to you, the fact that Brent's, I think, played really well has given us an opportunity to make sure that Brent Boxy plays when he's 100%.
Time for a couple more for Coach. Thanks, Adrian. Will Trapp next. Will Trapp, are you guys all ready?
Will, it seemed like you guys were on the front foot for the early stretches of the game. How did it feel after conceding one kind of against the run of play like that?
Disappointing, right? If you just look at the play, right? I mean, it's in their half. We have just a little breakdown of possession. It's one ball. We kind of step off. They play a decent running behind. They have pace, and the guy hits a strike that goes between, I think, BK's legs, and it's a tough play for Tyler to make. So unfortunately, I felt like we had a really good handle for the most part on the game, especially as we went into the second half. But it's those little moments, right? Especially right before halftime, that can really change a game.
You've been around for a fair amount of time. How good of a goalkeeping performance was that you came up against tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jonathan had a great game. We certainly put a lot of threatening plays together to test him. But I mean, if you look at the deflection save, you look at the save in the first half off Ethan, he did a wonderful job. And it's difficult when a goalkeeper's having a good day to score, but we still feel a little bit disappointed that we didn't get one.
I mean, you guys have to go again very quickly here. How do you bounce back like that?
Yeah, recovery is key, of course, right? So for us, it's getting in tomorrow, being ready to move the bodies, and then be on a flight on Monday, and we're in San Jose. So it's a team that we know fairly well, that tied us here, and we feel like we owe them something going there.
No points from the game today, but what do you think worked well, particularly in the second half?
Yeah, I think the urgency as we made some changes in the latter part of the second half, especially bringing a guy like Justin on. Juan, I thought, did a really good job of helping us hold up balls. But it was just playing forward, running forward, right? The tempo of our play increased, the speed of our decision making, and being aggressive to go forward, I think, was a big difference there.
What do you think is difficult with moving pieces in the attack? I mean, Robin's now out, Nico's out, Franco's been gone. What do you think has been lacking with the continuity up there?
Well, look, I mean, Robin it was like 2 days ago. So it's one of those things where it sprung on us, unfortunately. And I think guys have to step up, right? I mean, you look at a little bit of a reshuffling in the lineup to start, but a natural winger coming in like Justin, I think just gives a little bit more continuity of that position, right? I mean, Hassani, for all his qualities, he would probably prefer to be playing in the middle of the field. But he still does a great job when he's out there. So it's really just about damage control for that first part, and really getting guys comfortable and confident in what their role will be. And then hopefully, I mean, Justin just came back from the COVID protocol, so getting him minutes, I think, was important.
Los Angeles is one of the better teams in the Western Conference. After today, where do you feel like this leaves you?
Leaves us. I think it doesn't change where we're at mentally. I don't think, if anything, it just shows that we need to do the little things that gave us opportunity after opportunity in this game more consistently, right? Because if we do that, the dam will break open and we'll score goals. And then ultimately, it's realizing that a team like LA has quality. They have quality to break you down and score on one opportunity or a couple opportunities that they're dangerous. So I think for us, it's understanding the danger of a team like that, but also that we can hurt them.
Any more for Will? Thank you, Will.
Thanks, guys.